Have you ever realized how, as we move through life, the pace around us doesn't always match the quieter wisdom we've developed within? You reach retirement and find a different kind of freedom, days shaped by your own choices, but sometimes the mind keeps ticking with old worries. Maybe it's planning out every minute or replaying moments from years gone by. Even with fewer urgent demands, it's as if the internal chatter doesn't get the memo that your life has shifted. So what happens when we aim to meet this new season with a sense of peace, not restlessness? What if these later chapters could be as joyful and clear as a quiet morning? Today I want to talk to you about mindfulness in retirement, not in the cliché sense of just emptying your mind, but as a practical, deeply affirming way to find greater peace and clarity. After all, you've already lived through decades of change, challenge, love, and learning. You've earned every laugh line, every story, and every bit of wisdom. The ideas I'm sharing today are here to honor your life experience and to help you approach each day with a spirit of calm curiosity. Let's begin with the first insight that I believe matters tremendously as we embrace this stage of life. Mindfulness is not about escaping reality. It's about meeting it with gentle attentiveness. It's easy to think of mindfulness as something exotic or newfangled, but look back. Wasn't there mindfulness in the way your grandmother stirred her soup, or the care taken in planting a spring garden? In its truest form, mindfulness simply means noticing what is happening right now without harsh judgment. In retirement, that could look like truly tasting your morning tea, feeling your feet on the floor as you rise, or listening fully when a loved one calls. This awareness is not about being perfect or zen all the time. It is about noticing each moment, kindly, as if greeting an old friend yourself. If you find your mind wandering to worries or to-do lists, you can gently bring it back by focusing on a simple sensation, like the warmth of a mug in your hands or the sound of birds outside your window. Try this during your next morning routine for just one activity, brushing your teeth or preparing breakfast. Bring your full attention to the physical sensations, the movement, even the sounds. Notice what happens. Another important insight. Mindfulness acknowledges the reality of aging, not by ignoring its challenges, but by making peace with them. You know well that your body isn't exactly the same as it was at 25. Aches, slower mornings, perhaps even unwelcome diagnoses may be part of your story. Mindfulness allows you to hold these truths gently. Instead of fighting what changes, you notice the sensations and respond with kindness. For example, when discomfort or pain arises, rather than bracing against it or scolding your body for failing, try pausing and listening to what that part of you might need. A slower walk, a soft pillow, or just a deep breath, and a word of gratitude for all your body has carried you through. This doesn't mean giving up. It means offering yourself the same understanding you would give a dear friend. Can you recall a moment when your patience with yourself made challenges just a bit easier? This perspective turns frustration into self-compassion. Now, let's explore a third idea. Mindfulness enriches your relationships, deepening connections old and new. After a lifetime of navigating family, friendships, and work, you know that true listening can be rare. Mindfulness invites you to be present in conversations, listening for nuance, watching for emotion, and letting go of the itch to fix or advise, unless it's really needed. Imagine two conversations. In the first, you're half listening, while scrolling or thinking about your grocery list. In the second, you set everything aside, even for just 5 minutes, and give the person your full attention, which feels more nourishing to both of you. This small shift, done regularly, can bring surprising warmth to your relationships. Next time you're with a friend or partner, Notice if your mind drifts. Gently guide it back to them. Ask a question, reflect on what they're saying, and see what unfolds. Before we continue, if you get value from what we have presented, please like and subscribe to help us grow our channel Ageless Intuition. It helps more thoughtful folks like yourself find this supportive space. Let's continue with a fourth insight. Practicing mindfulness in retirement is not about sitting cross-legged for hours. It's about weaving small, intentional moments into ordinary days. Many people imagine mindfulness as lengthy meditation, complete silence, or chanting. In truth, it can be as simple as a mindful walk in your garden, noticing the texture of soil or the play of sunlight on leaves. Or perhaps it's being present as you do daily chores, washing dishes, folding laundry, or organizing photos. By paying attention to the physical sensations and the rhythm of movement, you give your mind a rest from future worries or past regrets. This is the beauty of now it's alive, no matter what you're doing. Pick an activity you often do on autopilot, like watering plants or setting the table, and slow down for a moment. Notice the colors, scents, and textures around you. Let yourself be right there, nowhere else. A fifth key point. Mindfulness can support memory and focus, gifts that can feel more precious with each passing year. Maybe you've noticed little slips, forgetting a birthday, searching for a word, or felt your attention fray more easily. While no technique erases the normal changes of aging, research shows that practicing mindfulness, even in simple ways, can strengthen your attention and recall. In fact, studies with older adults have found that regularly practicing mindful awareness can improve working memory and reduce distractibility, not by forcing the mind, but by gently steadying it. When you notice your mind darting in different directions, try the 3-breath pause. Stop, take 3 slow breaths, and quietly name what you're doing or noticing. It could sound like, I am enjoying the feel of the sun on my hand, or I am listening to my favorite song. This tiny habit retrains your mind to focus and appreciate, one breath at a time. Sixth, let's talk about how mindfulness helps you engage with change and loss, both certain companions of later life. Perhaps you're navigating the loss of a spouse, the distance of old friends, or simply the shifting roles that come with children growing up. Grief, nostalgia, and uncertainty can visit at unexpected times. Mindfulness doesn't fix these pains, but it can hold them without being swept away. By sitting with what you feel, rather than pushing it down or wishing it away, you give yourself space to heal. Some people find comfort in setting aside a few minutes each day to breathe, notice feelings as they arise, and name them softly. Sadness is here, or gratitude is present too. You might be surprised how allowing a feeling to be acknowledged softens its edges. If you're comfortable, consider keeping a small reflection journal, jotting down what you're feeling and what you're grateful for each day. This can be a gentle companion through both sorrow and joy. Our next insight: mindfulness opens doors to renewed purpose and curiosity. Retirement is commonly billed as the end of work, but really it's a new beginning. Free from a rigid schedule, you have the chance to explore interests, callings, or creative projects left waiting on the back burner. Mindfulness helps you approach these opportunities with openness, rather than slipping into autopilot or feeling overwhelmed by choice. When you notice an urge to try something new, be it volunteering, learning an instrument, or revisiting a childhood hobby, pause and tune in. Ask yourself, does this bring me a sense of meaning or delight? Pursue these callings gently. There's no need for perfection, only genuine interest. If you don't know where to start, you might quietly reflect on times when you felt most engaged, write them down, and look for a pattern. Remember, spark doesn't always appear as a lightning bolt. Sometimes It's the steady glow of curiosity. Take a quiet moment now to reflect. Is there a simple mindfulness practice you already do without thinking? Perhaps watching the sunrise, tending to a beloved pet, or saying a quiet blessing before a meal. What feelings or memories does that bring? Here's another aspect, often overlooked. Mindfulness can ease the anxiety that sometimes arrives at life's crossroads. Even in retirement, even after a lifetime of resilience, many people find themselves worrying about health, finances, or being useful. These worries are real and understandable. Mindfulness won't erase practical concerns, but it can put space between your thoughts and your reactions. Imagine a day when a bill arrives or an appointment brings unwelcome news. Mindfulness means observing the first jolt of anxiety, taking a slow breath, and reminding yourself, this is just a moment. I will respond when I'm ready. Practically speaking, you can practice this by pausing before answering the phone or opening the mail. Take a single deep breath and check in with how you're feeling. The more you practice, the more you'll notice a gentle steadiness, even amid stress. If these ideas speak to you, remember to like and subscribe to Ageless Intuition to help grow our thoughtful community. Your support brings more voices, more wisdom, and more shared stories. Nearing the close of our time together, I want to acknowledge the tremendous gifts you have carried into this stage. Every experience, joyful or painful, has seasoned your understanding. Mindfulness is not a demand to change who you are, but rather a doorway for honoring and savoring your days. By choosing to notice, to breathe, to listen deeply, you enrich not just your own life, but the lives of those around you. Your presence, seasoned by years of living, is a steadying, shining thing. Let's continue this conversation together as a community. Share a mindful moment or a gentle insight in the comments, if you wish, so we can all learn from each other's journeys. Thanks for watching. Tap that like button and subscribe if this brought you joy today. We're growing thanks to wonderful folks like you, wishing you a peaceful day, wrapped in warmth and love.